doctor.
When doctors discovered a serious heart defect during a routine ultrasound, they advised Monique and Neil Kemp to abort their child. But they opted to keep their baby, and little Daniel was born.
I was dumbstruck. Most of the time I was just quiet, just listening. But inside there was a battle going on.
To be very honest, I heard it and I didn't hear it at the same time, because we have 2 healthy children, and here we end up with the 3rd one, and he has this major disease which we've never even heard about or thought that babies could have something as severe as congenital heart disease. At the time, they didn't really expect him to breathe. I remember the atmosphere in theatre was silence. All of a sudden we heard a little cry, and everybody goes, because it was such a sigh of relief.
My lowest moment, I would say, was his 2nd operation. And I actually sat in a dark corner in the hospital alone. I know it was about 5 o'clock. And I cried and I couldn't even speak. And I was asking God why. And as soon as I said why, He gave me the answer. Because of his name, Daniel. And when he came out of it, I saw the scars. If I can show you the scars here, you can see the scars. It's almost like he was in a lion's den.
For me, I think, if I can say the low, was when I had him home for 2 weeks after being in ICU for 120 days. And one afternoon I changed his nappy and there was a bloody stool. And I went around the corner and my mother-in-law looked at me and she said, "You've got a hospital look on your face." That day we rushed Daniel in. The doctor came and told me, "Please get your husband back to the hospital because we need to say goodbye to Daniel."
Congenital heart disease is the most common of birth defects affecting the heart's structure and function. It's also the leading cause of mortality in children under the age of 1.
Daniel was diagnosed before he was born, and he had to rely on his parents to become his advocate, to make life-altering decisions for him. And without committed and informed parents, we wouldn't have been able to manage his condition effectively. Basically, we rely on Monique and Neil just as much as they rely on us. The prognosis for Daniel long-term initially was quite guarded. It's a condition that has a lot of complications, but Daniel got through it all with the help of a team of doctors, and he's doing really, really well at the moment, and there's no reason why he can't do anything he wants to in his life. Monique and Neil have been amazing throughout the ups and the downs, and there've been a lot of downs. They've been strong, and Monique especially has always had a smile on her face, no matter what happens.
Choosing to use her experience to help other parents, Monique recently founded Hearts of Hope, an organization geared to assist families living with congenital heart disease.
What I would like to achieve through Hearts of Hope is to get the awareness out there so that when and if family members are faced with this, that they're not so surprised as we were when we were first told about the disease.
The advice that I would give is don't give up.
Believe in your mother instinct. If it is that you find, like as we did, our child in hospital, believe in that care. Be human, If you have those down days, feel those down days. If you have the up days, feel the up days. Be yourself about your situation that you're in, and believe in the support group that you have.
Daniel taught me to be a servant in more ways than one. Now I can help people even more with this experience.
Daniel has taught me, above all things, perseverance. That, despite what we go through in life, we can come out tops. When I look at him each and every morning, I wake up and he gets up and he says, "Morning, Mommy." For me, that is telling me, "Mommy, whatever your challenge is today, you will come out tops."
Happy, healthy, resilient, and on top of the world, Daniel's story reminds all parents that even though we're tasked with raising them, our children are always our greatest teachers.
I want to live the best life.